It never ends. It never ends. Hello, my fam. It is Perez, the queen of all media, the original influencer, reporter, podcaster, and your number one source for everything. It ends with us saga. And it ends with us saga adjacent. Oh my God. I have said this before. One of the many reasons this mess is so compelling is there are so many players involved. We've got belligerent Blake and her more successful and very wealthy husband. We've got Justin Baldoni and his crew. The publicist, the crisis PR expert, the digital samurai, his billionaire co-founder, the producing partner, her former bestie, Taylor Swift, the agents that dropped him but still represent the power couple, the up-and-coming actress, Isabella Ferrer, the other actors, Jenny Slate, that Timu, you know who I'm talking about, Brandon Sklenar, that guy, the Daily Mail reporter, me! Yeah, she's made me a key player. Literally, as I've shared with you all. Arguments have been made by litigious Lively in multiple states that I hold information critical to her case, critical to her ability to defend herself. And now, thanks to Blake Papini, we've got a new player, Rebel Wilson. And this is messy. But before we get to her, let's revisit the Daily Mail reporter briefly. Literally minutes ago, James Vitushka went on social media and shared the following, which has me scratching my head. Remember him? He had made a declaration, then he amended it. He got fired by the Daily Mail. Who knows where he stands? He says now, quote, "Don't forget this. They have nothing." Who's they? Who's they, James Vitushka? I want to know. He adds, "Every claim, every accusation, every attempt to rewrite the story collapses under the weight of the facts I hold. My evidence isn't rumor, it's record, emails, timelines, receipts. When the reckoning comes, the reckoning? What is he talking about? When the reckoning comes, they'll stand empty-handed while I stand with stacks that speak louder than any excuse." They'll stand empty-handed. Who's they? Who are you talking about, James? "And you'll see it," he says. "Every wound they tried to pin on me will flip back on them because the truth is mine and the proof is undeniable." Dong, dong, dong. Well, that was fun. Now let's talk about Rebel Wilson and Melissa Nathan. If you've been following the saga, you know that name. Melissa Nathan is Justin Baldoni's crisis communications expert. And now, thanks to the Confederate cosplayer, Melissa Nathan is at the center of yet another lawsuit with a lot of parallels. And I don't know if this is a good look for Justin Baldoni. Some of you might know that Rebel Wilson was sued by the producers of her directorial... Some of you might know that Australian actress, Pitch Perfect alum Rebel Wilson was sued for defamation by the producers of the first movie she ever directed, The Deb. However, there has just been a new complaint filed thanks to the baby bump brouhaha. What a brouhaha. Y'all, I am so happy to be making this video. It's been a really rough 2 weeks for me. My brain is still not 100%. I've been focused on other matters that have compelled my time, but I really wanted to talk about this. And I also want to remind you I have some new merch. An entire collection. Have you checked it out yet? If you want to support and be stylish, go to buypopstuff.com. B-U-Y, popstuff.com. Or B-Y, I have both spellings. Buypopstuff.com is my official merch store. And it would, nothing. You don't even have, only if you want to. You all, so many of you, okay. I'm keeping this in. We just got to keep going. All right, back to Rebel Wilson. Some of you might also remember that Brian Friedman, my lawyer, who is not representing me in Serena's subpoena against me. Brian Friedman is also Justin Baldoni's lawyer. And until recently, Brian Friedman was also Rebel Wilson's lawyer. And Melissa Nathan was, and might still be, Rebel Wilson's crisis PR expert. In fact, Discovery in the It Ends With Us saga produced communications about the Rebel Wilson drama. And what was made public in this discovery is what has now led to this new lawsuit involving another smear campaign, alleged, or maybe real. That's why I say this could be a really bad look for him. And in quite the epic twist, the people suing Rebel Wilson are repped by powerhouse attorney Camille Vasquez. You know, that superstar lawyer who helped win the Amber Heard trial for Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp, who previously employed Melissa Nathan. But now, Melissa Nathan is named in this new complaint, aka lawsuit. And so is her crisis PR company, TAG, the agency group. This was just filed in Los Angeles Superior Court, and Melissa Nathan and TAG have been added as defendants in the lawsuit against Rebel Wilson. According to this new filing, Rebel expressed interest in one of those sites in an apparent reference to a series of anonymous websites that appeared a month later targeting the Deb producer Amanda Ghost last summer with grotesque lies. This is giving Stephanie Jones vibes. You heard me. This is giving Stephanie Jones vibes. Last year, the Deb producer Amanda Ghost and fellow producers Gregor Cameron and Vince Holden sued Rebel Wilson for defamation over a series of social media posts in which Wilson accused them of inappropriate behavior towards the lead actress of the film and embezzling funds from the film's budget. However, in the filing this week in Los Angeles County Superior Court, they take it a step further and point to a hidden PR apparatus behind Wilson's alleged smear campaign against Amanda Ghost, the Deb's producer. This new court filing cites a text message written by Melissa Nathan that was recently unearthed as part of the never-ending It Ends With Us saga litigation. Melissa Nathan wrote in August of 2024 to another publicist at TAG, quote, So basically, Rebel wants one of those sites. Should be a mixture of that document that I think Carolina pulled about Amanda Goes, or the intern pulled. She meant to say Amanda Ghost. It can be really harsh, this proposed website. Russian oligarchs and making her a madam, basically. LOL. Later that month, in August of 2024, anonymously written sites like amandaghost.com and amandaghostsucks.com popped up and claimed that this producer was the Indian Ghislaine Maxwell and madam for one of the world's richest men. Amanda Ghost is of Indian descent. This is totally Stephanie Jones 2.0. This does not look good for Melissa Nathan and Tag. And remember, Stephanie Jones has her own litigation going on, and she's trying to uncover who orchestrated those websites against her. This new cross complaint says, behind the scenes, Wilson, Rebel Wilson, used paid PR professionals to launch a shockingly low and racially charged attack on another professional woman, all to get her own way in a business dispute and destroy the reputation of a woman who dared to stand up to her. Camille Vasquez, I freaking love her, is seeking compensatory and punitive damages from Rebel Wilson and Melissa Nathan and the agency group, alleging that Wilson crossed every possible line in her bid to claim a writing credit on the Australia set musical that premiered last year at the Toronto Film Festival but remains without a distributor. Camille said in a statement, quote, the increasing use of these disturbing PR tactics in Hollywood and elsewhere function like a cancer in our society. They manipulate the public, destroy reputations, and have taken a real and palpable toll on their victims. It's time to shine a light on these trolls hiding behind their keyboards and hold them accountable for the damage they cause. You know that Blackface Betty's team is calling Camille Vasquez if they haven't already. They are absolutely going to try to work together somehow. This new filing is 21 pages, and it paints Rebel Wilson as a faux feminist who weaponized her platform to destroy the reputations of her business partners when they refused to acquiesce to her demands. And the parallels between Wilson and Baldoni are something. The high school graduate has claimed that the agency group and Melissa Nathan masterminded this smear campaign against her the same month that the mysterious and disparaging websites against Amanda Ghost first surfaced. However, how could I have missed this? This is crazy. According to Variety, the identity of at least one of the anti-Stephanie Jones website's masterminds has been unmasked. Courtney Engel is responsible for StephanieJonesLeaks.com. And she happens to be not affiliated with Melissa Nathan or Tag. Courtney Engel is a former employee of Stephanie Jones. How could I have missed that? Oh my freaking God. And Jed Wallace is also mentioned in all of this. In the cross complaint that was just filed, Camille Vasquez writes, Miss Ghost, the producer, is informed and believes and thereon alleges that a person named Jed was involved in coordinating and directing the publication of defamatory materials via the websites in collusion with Miss Nathan and her staff and with Rebel. My brain is exploding, imploding, mushier than already it is. I love this. This is so crazy. This is so crazy. Amanda Ghost's lawsuit says that the websites, which are no longer active, the ones that were defamatory towards her, carry the unmistakably defamatory meaning that the producer is engaged in trafficking and pimping women. They include statements that she helped procure young women for the pleasure of the extremely wealthy. Rebel Wilson has maintained that actress Charlotte McInnes, remember, she's the actress at the center of the alleged drama where this producer was awful towards her. Rebel Wilson has maintained that actress Charlotte McInnes falsely claimed that she wasn't SH'd by Amanda Ghost. In a post on the Deb's Instagram account, Rebel Wilson wrote that the movie will never get released because of her lies and support for the people blocking the film's release. Rebel Wilson, the director of this movie, The Deb, said that about the actress. So glad you got your record deal, Charlotte, at the expense of the 300 people who worked on The Deb and really want to see it released. A separate lawsuit filed against Rebel Wilson in July accuses her of interfering with a distribution deal for the movie with the intent of buying the rights to the musical herself. So much drama! I love it. And I love you. I mean it. I could not have made it through these last 2 weeks without your support, because I don't have anybody to talk about these things with. My mom doesn't understand. I can't talk about it with my kids. They don't understand. I don't have a boyfriend or a husband. I don't have friends that are coming over for dinner and talking to me about this all, unfortunately. That would be nice. I haven't seen my therapist in forever, so thank you all for making me feel supported and not alone, and for pushing me to get new merch out, an entire new collection thanks to you all. Check it out at buypopstuff.com, or you can get a cameo from me, or just watch my videos. Watching all of my videos until the end is the biggest way to help. And commenting and liking and sharing and all of that. And just thank you. So, 2 thoughts to wrap up. 1, the optics of the Rebel Wilson, Jed Wallace, Brian Friedman, Melissa Nathan of it all, not good. I don't think it looks good for him. However, I don't think it'll hurt his case. I think it's a bad look, but I don't think, I could be wrong. I don't think it'll hurt his case. I think they're very separate. But who knows? Anything can happen in the It Ends With Us saga. Let's talk about it all in the comments section. See you there. Thoughts? Let's discuss.